Good morning, Cherokee listeners. Today is Monday, May 31st. Our friends in the United States are celebrating Memorial Day. Here in mostly sunny and occasionally rainy Alta Boquete, we're broadcasting live on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. We'd like to say hello and thanks to our engineer, Bolivar. How's it going, Bolivar?
Yeah, thank you.
Bueno.
Our shows are available on YouTube. So I went and looked up last week's show when we had our friends from Boquete Health and Hospice on. I have noticed that I have a tendency to So for our special guest that we're going to have today, anybody that goes through the replay and finds an I will donate $5 per to that charity.
Wow. Awesome. As always, we hope to have some point of interest for all our listeners across Cherokee. You may want to grab a pen and paper in case we mention something that gets your attention. Our guest today is Beth Abrams from the dog camp. Abrahams. Sorry. She's shaking her head no. With the dog camp.
I'm the one that gets fined for the not her.
We'll also be having additional events and happenings to our community calendar later in the show with Denise.
Yay. Beth, welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's so nice to have you here. Tell us a little bit about, tell us the who, what, when, where, why of Dog Camp, and then we'll get into the further information of what you guys want us to know today.
Okay. Javier and Magali came to Boquete from Lima, Peru. They both have multiple degrees. Magali did event planning, Javier does graphics and photography, but their passion was rescuing animals. And in their spare time, in their tiny apartment, they rescued street dogs, medicated them, and hoped and tried, just as they do here, to find homes for them. This is their passion. They decided to leave Lima. It became extremely expensive, and they decided to move someplace else where they thought they could be helpful to the community, thus Boquete. Actually, I met them when they lived here in the apartments in Radio Cherokee. They had a tiny apartment, and they were still bringing in dog after dog, as they always did, to help them.
And how did you get involved with the program?
You know, I wish I could tell you how I met them, and I was thinking about that last night. I know that I've been friendly with them since the minute they arrived here, but I don't remember how that happened.
And what do you do now with the program?
Well, the main thing I do for them is man the table at the Tuesday market at Tap Out, where we accept donations. They work solely by donation. Presently, they have 51 dogs that have to be fed and medicated if necessary. They probably have a dozen puppies that take another level of care. They only wish to do rescue of dogs that are sick, malnourished, abused, abandoned. They don't want to take people's pets because the people have just decided they don't want the pet anymore, or they've decided to leave Boquete.
And that's the problem with Peanut.
Yes, I had a situation with a dog that I rescued from the clinic 7 years ago. A dog in terrible condition. I took care of her and raised her. But it became a problem because she did not like that I kept bringing home rescues.
Oops.
She wanted to be the only dog, and she is an alpha dog.
So one of our Spanish words of the day is celoso, which means jealous.
Muy celoso, muy problema. And I had a good friend at the time who had a very small dog who was like a whatever dog, couldn't care less about anything. She agreed to adopt Peanut, and it was a wonderful situation because Peanut sat on the sofa next to this unnamed friend all day long, and she was pet and given treats, and it was wonderful for 2 years. However, My friend, or so-called friend, decided to leave Boquete, showed up at my gate at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday with Peanut, food, and toys, and took off. And so that's what happened with Peanut.
And Peanut, because I am at the Tuesday market and I go by the dog camp booth, I stopped and met Peanut, and she is one of the sweetest, nicest dogs. I always say hi to her every time. She knows who I am now. I wish I could have a dog. I would take Peanut, but I have 9 cats, so I don't think that's going to work out. But she is just lovely and would be a wonderful friend to whoever would love to have a dog that's mature and is under control, won't jump all over you, will just love you.
So is Peanut a little mixed breed?
She's a Panamanian dog.
She's all white.
She's pure white. She is perfectly trained. She's spayed. Obviously, she's neutered, I should say. Never get that right. She's totally housebroken. She was never a chewer. She just wants to be the dog that gets all your attention.
That is so sweet. Well, hang on just a second for us. We're going to go to a song I think may be relevant.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Well, the party was nice, the party was pumping,
Hey, yeah. Yippee-yi-yo.
and everybody having a ball.
Yippee-yi-yo.
Until the fellas started name calling,
Yippee-yi-yo.
and the girls respond to the call. I hear a woman shout out,
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the dance people had a ball, cause Billy Bongers get out. Get back, Gruffy, bash Gruffy, get back, you flea infested mongrel. Gonna tell myself I man no get angry.
Hey, yeah. Yippee-yi-yo.
280 cars calling them K9. Hey!
Yippee-yi-yo.
But they tell me, hey man, it's part of the party.
Yippee-yi-yo.
Put a woman in front and a man behind. I heard a woman shout out,
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
say, a doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone.
Oh doggy, hold your phone. Oh doggy, hold it.
A doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone.
Oh doggy, hold your phone. Oh doggy, hold it. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the dance people had a ball, cause Billy Bongers get out. Get back, Gruffy, bash Gruffy, get back, you flea infested mongrel.
Well, if I am a dog, the party is on. I gotta get my groove on, got my mind, I'm gone. Do you see the rays coming from my eye? Walking through the prison, Digimon is breaking them down. Me and my white sock, short, deal and gassy color. Any caliber do, I think I knew that's why they call me Pitbull. Cause I'm the man of the land, when it's to me, that's it. Who let the dogs out? 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 Who let the dogs out?
And we are back with the Radio Gals, Dee and Denise on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. Remember to grab your pencil and paper. We'll be having additional events and happenings during our community calendar later in the show. Radio Gals is brought to you weekly thanks to the Tuesday Market at Tap Out. Dee, who is our featured vendor this week?
Well, it's Bolivar and his phenomenal honey.
Not this Bolivar.
No, not this Bolivar. I guess there's more Bolivars in town. I did not know that honey could taste so much different. Usually I just use it for cooking, and I just buy at the grocery store just a bottle of cheap honey. Mm-hmm. And then I have been having oatmeal lately and putting honey on it, and I just ran out of Bolivar's wonderful honey. And so this morning I put the grocery store honey on, and it was completely different. And he has honey with the comb, and all different.
Like the comb inside the jar?
Inside the jar. It's really good. He has soaps with honey and all different kinds of things, but all different sizes from the little jars if you wanted to take something to a friend back home.
Like a gift?
Like a gift. And they have big jars. So I really am going to pick up another jar of honey from Bolivar because now I know there is quite a difference. And he's right across from the Rotary table before you go into the lobby.
To the left?
Yeah, to the left.
Okay.
And so you can find him. He's got all of his honey all laid out there. So definitely come and try a bottle of his honey. It really is very different.
Cool. And that is at the Tuesday Market at Tap Out every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock?
9 a.m. till 12. And we have our band every week. And we get new vendors all the time, so come and check out what's new.
Fantastic. If you want more information about this, you can always WhatsApp me at 6456-8539, and I'll be happy to get you together with Dee. Well, back to our guest, Beth Abrahams. Beth was telling us a little bit about the dog camp. Beth, what else do you guys have going on?
Well, one thing that's very important, if anybody has been keeping tabs on Facebook, they are in desperate need of cleaning products. I'd like you to try to think about what they must have to clean every day for 51 dogs. So they are in desperate need of cleaning products and food.
Is there a particular kind that they want? Hang on for just a sec. We're going to check with
Sure.
Bolivar on something.
Sure.
Where?
Stubby in?
Cheese here. No, where like?
Fantastic.
Keep
Whoops.
going. Sorry, we had a little technical problem there.
Just look here, but no.
I just want the community to sit back a moment and think back about what Boquete was like 15 years ago or more without Animales and certainly without dog camp. The packs of sick, starving dogs roaming the streets. None of this exists any longer because of the dedication of Animales and dog camp. So I'm asking all of you out there two things. Go to La Granja and buy a bag of dog food, which they will deliver. Go to whatever supermarket you like, please, and buy cleaning supplies, whether it be laundry detergent or Clorox, anything that you would use to clean your home, they need to clean their premises. And you can bring it to the Tuesday market, and we will be sure it gets to them. And lastly, from my opinion, those of you who are making a move back to the States and have a pet, whatever your reasons are for not taking the pet with you, that's your business and not mine. But that pet is really a member of your family and needs to be looked after as well as now when you're leaving, as well as it was when you were here.
Well, you said you have an option for doing that at the Tuesday Market.
Absolutely. You can come, just contact me, Beth Abrahams, let me know that you're bringing your pet, so we can't have half a dozen animals there each week. Please contact me. You can message me and let me know you want to bring your pet, and we will schedule meeting times for all of you in the hopes that when you bring your pet and introduce them to the community, you will find a replacement home.
That would be wonderful. I remember being in Lima and the amount of dogs, starving dogs, wandering around in other countries. And I've said that many times. It's amazing that we do have town dogs that live in the town, that have food given to them and water every day. They're attached to people, but they walk around town and they're
Yeah.
friendly, and I like that. It's kind of
Exactly.
nice.
Yes.
I don't see any town cats.
The
but
big
town
brown
dogs.
one, the great big brown
Yes.
dog, his nickname is the mayor of Boquete.
Oh, I like him. I like to pet him.
And then one of my other favorites is this little sort of whitish guy. He looks like a little dust mop. His name is Lucho. And Lucho lives over next door to the police department. And he is all kinds of cute, and he thinks he's 10 feet tall. I've been knowing Lucho for about 5 years now. I have no idea how he's not squashed, but he is incredibly street savvy.
But can you imagine, like Beth was saying, what this place would be like if we didn't have the dedication of people doing it, and the starting with Ruby McKenzie, getting this going and making sure that people can, for a decent price, can get their animals done. And the Panamanians are really getting into it now.
I will tell you, when I work the clinics, of the people that are there, I would say 90% are Panamanian, because they've begun to understand the proper way to care for their animals.
That's wonderful.
And it's been taught to them by Animales. And everybody, please remember, Animales is now fitting out a van that will go up into the hills to very inaccessible areas where people don't have cars or the means to bring their pets to the Animales clinic, and they will be doing on-site spay and neutering.
That's fabulous. I hope to have someone from Animales on our show in the near future.
Oh, that'd be great, because I know that when we first got here, we were not aware that it was two different organizations. We thought one was an extension or a connection of the other one.
No, there's a couple of different ones out there that have been taking that, but the most efficient and well-known is Animales, which does the spaying neutering clinics, and Dog Camp, who is helping those dogs that don't have a home to help find people to take care of them.
And the way it really works is that Dog Camp takes these dogs that are abused, starving, beaten, in need of medical care, whatever, takes them into their facility, totally rehabilitates them, and then brings these dogs to the Animales clinic for spaying and neutering.
Amazing.
So the first stop for all of these poor animals is Dog Camp.
And where can we donate to Dog Camp?
PayPal. They are on PayPal. Again, anybody, I am at the market every Tuesday with a donation box.
Great.
Please feel free to stop by the table, chat for a while, and we would be more than delighted to receive your donations.
And they have some pretty cool things for sale. I've bought a couple of different collars and toys. It's really cool, all the different things you have for sale.
Now, tomorrow, special, we will have some absolutely beautiful donated handbags. Very unusual, very special, as well as some scarves. We'll have that at the table as well, since we've had to put our Venta, for which these things were collected, we've had to put them on hold.
That's a shame.
And we have to wait to hear from Minsa when we are permitted to have the Venta. So please stop by the table. I mean, just think about how many bags of food are needed to feed a dog twice a day when you have 51 dogs.
Wow. We're going to go to a song again, and then we'll be back with Beth.
Well, I feel all right this morning now. I want everybody to know that I was the one to say, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, quit snooping round my door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, quit snooping
all of you.
We're back live with the Radio Gals, Dee and Denise, coming to you on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM and brought to you by the Tuesday Market at Tap Out. And Beth, tell us what else is going on.
Well, do want to mention to anybody who loves puppies, Dog Camp has a lot of beautiful puppies. And I always mention to people who want a puppy, please take into consideration it's a lot of work to raise a puppy, but incredibly rewarding. So take it into consideration. Please contact Dog Camp, and they would be happy to show you their puppies. As well, they have older dogs who need homes, dogs that are quiet, like Peanut, just want to sit by your feet and have you pet them and feed them well, and they give you unconditional love.
And that's so special. I would take on a mature dog. I mean, puppies are fun, but they are a lot of work. A lot of work. They're going to chew everything. Where you get someone like Peanut, they come to your house, they're a little bit off for a day or two, and then after that, they're on your lap or on the floor, and they just look at you with those loving eyes, and you've got a buddy.
Well, I thought one of the cutest fundraisers that we saw last year during the lockdown, Kathleen Frederick and her daughter Corinne adopted Quarantena.
Yeah, right.
Well, Quarantena surprised everybody and had 8 puppies. So they took bets on when those puppies were going to be born and how many there were going to be, and they donated their proceeds to the dog camp.
That was really cool. Those puppies were so cute. I wanted one so bad, and I said, no.
Every time I pulled it up on Facebook, Stuart was standing over my shoulder going, "No, Denise. No, Denise. We have a Persian. No, Denise."
Puppies are so cute. You want one, but they do take that work because they're going to be chewing and doing things naughty around your house. So
And that is why a lot of dogs get abandoned, because people do not take into consideration that dogs need to be trained. They don't come to you perfect. They're not stuffed animals. So they have to be housebroken. They have to be taught not to chew. They have to be taught not to steal your food. And people don't always take this into consideration when they adopt an animal. It's not hard. It's a little time consuming. But as I've said before, the return is unmeasurable.
yeah, a lot of the locals, the indigenous, tend to find cute puppies, and once they become, the kids love the puppies, and everybody loves the puppies, and then once they become a dog, they're done with it. It's tied up all day long, given scraps, and is pretty much abused in the sense that they never play with the animals. They don't know love like most dogs that have a family understand. It's very sad. Well, I have myself helped rescue 3 different dogs that were with families that really didn't care about the dogs. Like I said, they get the puppies. Sometimes they get them pregnant, and then they try and sell the puppies. And they go, if more indigenous will get the puppies, and again, they don't fix them, so they get more and more puppies. And it's very sad.
Well, I love some of the happy stories that came out of last year, like Mike Weber and his wife, Muzz Laverty. You know, they had one dog named Angie, and their hashtag for Angie was "not our dog." Well, Angie now has 2 sisters. So we've got a beautiful little tribe going on there, and Mike and Muzz just absolutely glow and post pictures, and they are a beautiful, beautiful little herd.
Yes, I do exercise with her, and at the very end of it, the dogs come running in when she's finishing her class, and they are very, very happy pet owners.
I've been through Muzz's class. My guess is by the time you see the dogs, you're like, oh, yes.
It's over.
So, Beth, what else do you guys need? You need food, you need cleaning supplies. You take donations of such clothing and jewelry and such?
We take any kind of donation, and we'll save it for the Venta, or when we do get a certain amount of the same thing, like these lovely pocketbooks, excuse me, that were donated to me, donated to Dog Camp, I mean, then we can sell them at the Tuesday market as well. Last week, we had an enormous selection of games, crossword puzzles and games, and we sold out.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, with lockdown and quarantine, everybody wants games and crossword puzzles. We sold out. So we take pretty much of everything and use it one way or another to raise money. We have received some nice donations of dog beds, but with 51 dogs, any dog beds donations would be gratefully appreciated, as well as blankets, towels.
Do you need the cages?
Yes, I'm so glad I completely well, no, I shouldn't say that. Animales just posted a need for dog crates because, you know, we have collectors at Animales. These are men and women that go around Boquete the day of the event and collect the street animals to bring them in for spaying and neutering. And they need crates in order to do this. And I know Animales just posted on Facebook that they're in desperate needs of carrying crates and stationary crates to do their work.
Do they need more collectors?
At the moment, I haven't heard about needing collectors. We all know the people that work with the cats, and they do have their own supplies in their own crates. But it seems to be more for the dogs that they pick up around town.
I've seen them come in at the clinics
That's
with their
right.
in pickup trucks, and they're just like
Stacked.
5, 6 stacked
These
high.
crates do wear out.
Yeah.
You know, the closures get rusty and the crates wear out. I keep 2 crates on my porch for the dogs that I rescue, and I can see where the closures, just from the humidity and the rain, just get all rusted.
I know that right now there's a missing dog in Volcancito.
It's been found.
Oh my goodness, they did find it?
The beautiful collie.
Collie.
The
Merlin?
Yeah, Merlin. What happened was Merlin got loose and decided to explore down in it. I don't think it was a canyon, but it was a depression deep down. And once the dog got there, got lost, couldn't figure out how to get back. So the rescuers had to go down into this canyon area and help her back.
Wow.
Him
Well,
or
glad
her.
they found her.
But the dog is found.
Yay.
I was so worried about that. It was one of those
God.
things I checked last night and I checked this morning, so I'm very happy to know that it was found. I know that Piero and Adriana are very, very happy to have him back.
Oh God, yes. Beautiful, beautiful dog.
With that, Beth, thank you so much for coming. Is there anything else that you would like for us to know? How do people get in contact with you?
I'm trying to think. You can message me, or what would you suggest? You have.
I suggest they come see you at the Tuesday market.
That's the best idea. I'm there every Tuesday from 8:30 until noon.
Fantastic. And you have anything current coming up?
Just what we'll have for sale tomorrow, as I mentioned. But if everybody would go to the market today, either La Granja and buy food, or go to Romero or Super Baru, buy cleaning supplies, please bring them to me tomorrow and we will take everything.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. We wish you the best, and we'll be right there with you, dropping off and picking up and helping puppies. With all that, we're going to step out for a song for just a minute, and we'll be right back with the community calendar.
I remember to this day the bright red Georgia clay, how it stuck to the tires after the summer rain. Will power made that old cargo, a woman's mind told me that's so. Oh, how I wish we were back on the road again.
from an old hen. Old MacDonald, he made us work, but then he paid us for what it was worth. Another tank of gas and back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Blue, traveling and a living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Blue, how I love being a free man. I'll never forget the day we motored stately into Big LA. The lights of the city put settling down in my brain. Though it's only been a month or so, that old car's bugging us to go. We gotta get away and get back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and a living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and a living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. Me and you and a dog named Boo.
Let's say And we are back live with the Radio Gals, Dee and Denise, coming to you on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM, brought to you by the Tuesday Market at Tap Out. Denise, let us know what's going on around Boquete and other places in Cherokee.
Absolutely. If you want to be included in our community calendar, just give me a WhatsApp at 6456-8539 and we will get you in. June 1st, Kat McKay, one of our friends over in over in Jaramillo, is coordinating a field trip to the Bromeliad Finca. Folks are to meet up at the library in town at 1:30 in the afternoon for the trip to the Bromeliad Finca.
Where is that?
I can't say that I know. We'll have to ask Lynn Hall because I'm sure Lynn's going to be there if it has anything to do with flowers or birds.
Oh, and you know, I saw that Kay Black. No. Oh, I can't think of her first name. She has the... Carla Black, yes, thank you. She has the...
Heliconia.
Thank you, my mind, oh my gosh.
Well, it's funny because I'm starting to think we're telepathic. I'm like,
She's
really
really in for me, folks. Anyway, she's got her big sale coming up.
Ooh, and those flowers are incredibly
And
beautiful.
she has that beautiful walk. You can go through her Heliconia garden. Oh, it's amazing. It's like a jungle.
Isn't that over there near the petroglyph?
Yes, it's past there.
Okay,
It's
so a little
going
bit past
towards
the petroglyph in Volcan.
Right, going towards the coffee farm, the Jansen Coffee Farm.
Fantastic.
So now normally it's been July 1st, but I noticed today it was saying something now. So I'm not quite sure about the date of that, but I saw it said we're having the sale.
Okay.
So like I said, it's always been traditionally the first week
Of July.
1st of July. So keep your eyes open for that, folks. If she's going to have that, that's always, I've got quite a few plants from her and they're all really priced very well.
Nice. Thursday, June 3rd, at the BCP Community Chat, they're going to be featuring the 2-Bit Gringos. That'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning. The price is $2, and you do need reservations at an email, chats, C-H-A-T-S, at eventsboquete.org. That afternoon at 4 o'clock, the Boquete Fotografia Club will be having their Zoom meeting. That will be at 4, and you need to email Patrick Allen Reynolds, exactly the way it sounds, Patrick Allen Reynolds at gmail.com. He will give you the code to get into the Zoom meeting. Friday, June the 4th, the Volcan Friday Market will be held at Corazon del Cielo from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. New vendors are able to get space for free. Larry's Place, the furniture and curio shop out at the Texaco station, is not only selling furniture now, they are also buying furniture. If you have anything that you want to get rid of, contact Sean Trollope at 6324 3820. Recycling in Boquete. Who would we know that has any information about recycling in Boquete? Dee?
Well, I can say since I work there every week for the past couple months, and I love it. It's so much fun. I'm an organizing person. That's what I like to do, is organize. And so I get to organize plastics. That's my thing. And I'd like to remind people what we do take and what we don't take. What we do take is plastics number 1, which is PET or PETE, and that we only accept green, blue, and clear.
What kind of containers would that be?
That would be Coke bottles, water bottles, bottles you get canola oil in, vinegar. They're all clear plastic. You can look on the bottom, and they all have numbers. If they don't have a number and it has, or they're a 7 or a 6, we don't take them. The Tropicana orange juice bottles, they have a line across the bottom, and that is PVC. We do not take that. So if you have a black PET or number 1, or if it's orange or red, we don't want it. Don't bring it. We just throw it in the trash can. Number 2 is shampoo bottles and big vinegar bottles, milk cartons that are in plastic, soap, Tide bottles, things like that. And we take all of that. But if you please would rinse out the soap out of your shampoo bottle or your Tide bottles, because we have to pour them out if you leave it in there. Same with the number 1s. If you leave what was in there, we can't take it. We have to throw it in the trash, because then it starts to stink, because they don't just that immediately go to a
washing.
recycler. To the recycler in Costa Rica. So if it sits around, it has milk in it or something, it starts to really smell, and we don't particularly like working in a smelly atmosphere. So if you don't want to take the time to rinse your bottles, and the peanut butter ones are the hardest, I know, just throw them in the trash, because we just don't want them.
Well, I know that there's also recycling happening across Cherokee. Tierras Altas over near Volcan has Tierras Altas Recicla in Volcan on Fridays from 9 to 2. They're located behind the Junta Comunal de Volcan over there. And in Bocas del Toro, Wasteless World. Tom at wastelessworld.com is coordinating weekend cleanups to clean up the beaches and to clean up the streets of Bocas del Toro.
That's really great. And it's great to see more and more people into recycling. At first it was mostly just expats, and now we have the whole community's kind of getting into it. We also take glass, and we take clear glass, green glass, and brown glass. We don't particularly take blue, but if you want to bring it, we have people that want it for art projects, so you can bring it, and we just separate it out. We also take batteries, all different sizes, from car batteries to little tiny round batteries, and AA's, AAA's, so you can bring those. We take spray cans. So bring those spray cans in, that's no problem. We take tin foil. We prefer it not be super dirty.
Yeah.
But we take cans, steel cans, aluminum with the, cans for beer and things like that.
How about things like, dang, there goes a donation to the camp. How about vegetable cans? Lima beans, corn?
Yes, that's the kind of cans that we take, or it has tuna in it, whatever, any kind of can. But again, please rinse them out clean. It takes only a second to rinse them out.
How about the labels? Do they need to take the labels off?
No, you do not take labels off. And we also prefer that things are dry, if you can, because we have to pour them out on the cement if it's wet. The other thing we take is TerraPak containers, which is usually milk, wine, juice, and it says right on it, Tetra Pak. I think I said TerraPak. Tetra Pak says it right on it. The other thing we take is paper. We take cardboard. You don't have to tape the tape off. We take white paper, colored paper. We do take egg cartons. We take plastic egg cartons, and we take cardboard ones, and people that are having egg farms and stuff, they take them.
Well, that was one of the ideas that I use. I enjoy the fresh market, and anytime I have a egg carton left over, I take the egg cartons to the fresh market vendors.
Right, and they want them. So there's multiple opportunities to recycle all different things. We started out with very little, and now we've expanded. I took a trip with the gal in charge of the program to Costa Rica, and we went and saw the recycling plant. And I'm so excited. Oh, we take plastic bags, like bags that, bread bags, all those things. They're clear bags.
I think when Panama led the way and made it a law to not use the single-use plastic bags, I think that charged up the recognition of the importance of recycling and how bad the trash looked. Because within 1 month of them passing the law here, you could see the rivers were cleaner, the streets were cleaner, the fairgrounds were cleaner. And it was not having those big, ugly plastic bags
But
flying
we
around.
still have plastic bags, though.
But they're not as bad.
Yeah. I
Without
don't know if
those little single use from the grocery store.
Yeah, but, oh, okay, I'm saying, yeah, but if you go to like multiple stores, like, now they're charging for many bags, but if you go to the Mercado or anything and get some vegetables, they put them in a plastic bag.
So we have a little way to go.
Yeah, but I use those for my cats, so I'm still happy they're around. So please come and visit the recycling at the fairgrounds. It's not the farthest entry anymore. That was a dangerous entry. It was pretty much mangled by cars going in and out. And it's now on a driveway, which is next to the building that the fairground officials are working in.
Okay.
So there's lots of people to help, and we really want to see you. If you can separate your items, that's wonderful. If you can take the lids off of things, especially your Coke bottles or water bottles, and just throw them in the bottom of the bag, that would be wonderful.
Well, continuing on Friday, June the 4th, that'll also be today that Tori's Diner reopens in Boquete. It is over there near the entrance to Valle Escondido. It is a brand new restaurant. Their number is 6351-8745. They open at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Not quite sure where Tori's Diner is.
You know how you turn to go to Valle Escondido?
Yeah, it's not the old Colibri.
No, it's next door.
Oh, is inside of
Isla
Isla
Verde.
Verde. Oh, okay, got it.
So I'm hearing fantastic things about their breakfast. We're going to try to get over there ourselves. June the 5th, the Puerto Armules Reforestation Project will be having a cleanup day. The contact there is Bethany 6861-1768. The name of this group is the Eco Amigos Reserva Forestal Baru. And they are trying to reforest the Baru and Cherokee provinces. If you're interested in chess, there's a gentleman named Robert Kelly who's putting together information for a new chess club. You can contact him by email at RP as in Paul, K as in Kelly, 108 at iCloud.com for information about a chess club. I played chess a little bit in high school, and I'm embarrassed to say it had nothing to do with an interest in chess. It's that all the people that played chess were boys. I was way more interested in the boys. And last but not least, on June 12th, we have World Blood Donor Day from 7 to 12 at the Animale Center. You can contact them at 6590-2000. Not only can you donate, and we would love to have you donate, if you cannot donate for whatever reason, by age, by infirmity, by time, you can go online to the Boquete Health and Hospice site and be part of the matching fund. You can choose to, like, say if they're going to get 50 pints, you could say, I will donate $1 a pint, or I will donate $100 to the whole day. And that money helps keep their services going because they are all volunteers.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, folks. We'll be right back after this little song. And you are on the Radio Gals with Dee and Denise.
Now, you know my girl. Now, you know my girl just called me up, and she woke me from my sleep. You should have heard the things she said. You know she hurt my feelings deep. I'm gonna buy me a dog. A dog? Why? 'Cause I need a friend now. I'm gonna buy me a dog. My girl, no love, no how. Don't ruin my song. It's the only song I have. Where's the verse? She used to bring me my newspaper. There it is. 'Cause she knew where it was at. She used to keep me so contented. But I can teach a dog to do that. I'm gonna buy me a dog. 'Cause I need a friend now. Now, I'm gonna buy me a dog. A dog. My girl, no love, no how. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hike! Hike. Oh, yeah. Oh, Zulus? I wish I had a glass of water. No, I want to see if my neck leaks. I'd buy a raccoon, but John already has one. Where do I come in? Here I'm gonna buy me a dog. A dog, 'cause I need a friend now. Yeah. Boop, boop, shabop, bop, ram-a-lam. I'm gonna buy me a dog. What, my girl don't let me know how. How now, brown cow? I think I'm gonna buy me a dog, yes sir. I'm gonna buy me a dog. If I was looking for a word to describe what I'm gonna buy, I think dog would be the word. It would be dog. It would come springing from my lips. Dog. Boing, boing, boing. It'd be springing from my lips. I think.
And welcome back. Radio Gals with Dee and Denise here on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. What did you think of that, Dee?
That was the first time I've ever heard that song.
And
from
that was the Monkees.
Man, I don't know how I lived this long and missed that one.
Well, you know, I have so much fun every week with our music.
Yes.
And speaking of every week with we try to keep a theme, and we're going to fold our word of the day in with that theme too. Today's word of the day, Dee.
Rescatar. It's a verb that means to rescue. How do you think we could use that one?
Bolivar, how would we use rescatar?
Rescatar.
Mm-hmm.
Voy a rescatar un perrito de la calle.
There you go. I'm
Perfect.
going to rescue a dog. Very good. Thank you. We have Bolivar to fill in the lines with our new word of the day. Well, thank you for tuning into the Radio Gals with Dee and Denise on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. Thank you to our engineer Bolivar. Thank you. Muchas gracias to Radio Cherokee for hosting the show. Thanks to our sponsor, the Tuesday Market at Tap Out. Please wear your mask, and have them be real masks, not with little holes in it, no Dixie cups. Please wear a real mask, practice social distancing, and wash your hands. Let's work together to keep us all safe and healthy. And you know what's really amazing? I haven't had a cold for a year and a half. So that's a benefit in itself. That's that hand washing.
I read a news article that said they've had less than 3,000 cases nationwide of the flu in the United States.
That's amazing. It's the mask, folks. No matter what you say, they do work. Want to help keep Boquete beautiful? Join the Basura Buster Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. in front of the sandwich shop. Bag, grippers, and gloves are provided, and new volunteers receive a bright yellow T-shirt on their third time. Hey, I heard some interesting news about you being a new auntie.
I am. My title is actually Tia Abuela, which means great aunt. And, you know, if I'm going to be an aunt, I'm going to go ahead and be a great aunt.
It's Tia Abuela.
Tia Abuela.
Grandma aunt.
This is my nephew's first child. So I am Tia Abuela Denise. I am proud to say that Mr. Rogers joined the neighborhood May the 20th. His name is Jet Aris Rogers.
Oh, I love the name Jet.
And he is so cute.
Awesome. You got to see him when you went to the States to get your shot last week.
I did a whirlwind trip, y'all. I'm not close to being eligible for the vaccine here in Panama, but I felt a personal responsibility. So I flew back to Atlanta. I got into Atlanta on Wednesday. I got my shot on Thursday. I got my return COVID test on Saturday, and I got on the plane back on Sunday.
Awesome.
And I was crossing my fingers. Air Panama has now resumed the evening flight from Panama City. So I didn't even have to spend the night in Panama City this time. I was able to fly right into Tocumen.
Amazing.
I have a taxista named Luis Quintero. Luis is the bomb diggity taxista in Panama City. He picked me up at the door of Tocumen, hauled me across to Albrook, plunked me in Air Panama, and I still had time for lunch before I got on the plane to get to David.
Awesome.
I was a little nervous because it was a quarantine weekend, but we had everything we were supposed to have. We had the itinerary. I looked like I was armed. I had my itinerary in one hand. I had my COVID test in the other. I had my shot record. And I was like, here we're good.
Nobody cared.
Well, you know, we were lucky. We were careful, and we were trying to be respectful, but at the same time, I didn't want to spend the night in Panama City. I never sleep when I know I've got to get up and catch that early flight back into David.
But while you're on your trip, you got to spend a little time with your new
With my
great
mama
nephew.
and my great nephew.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, yay!
Glad you made it back in time.
Thank you very much. Well, folks, as we head out for the day, remember that Mondays and Fridays at noon, you can enjoy DJ Mike Weber's Strange Brew Music Show. Every Friday at 10 a.m., tune in to Al Stefanelli's Boquete Now. Saturdays at 10 a.m., tune in for Dr. Shannon Tours, Talking with Your Doctor. Pictas Grill. We always have to mention Pictas, don't we, Boulevard? What is it what are you famous for?
Oh,
What is it they're famous for? Burgers?
burgers, of course.
Burgers. According to Boulevard, it's the best burgers in town. They also have chicken and ribs and a combo for $5 that includes chicken, ribs, meat, potatoes, and yuca. They've got a pretty little covered patio that sits next to their artsy garden. Call 720-3208 for dine-in or carry-out. Thank you all for being with us today. Hasta luego from the Radio Gals, Dee and Denise. We will see you next Monday here on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. And as I stated earlier, if you replay the show on YouTube and count the ohms, I will donate $5 per ohm to the dog camp.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.